so mine came apart all kind of messed up. My name is Skylar Kuhn, and this is my dissection. Mine came apart all kind of wonky and messed up when I opened the bag. So this is what I'm working with. It's kind of just crumbled into pieces. The only two pieces that were intact were pretty much these two pieces. So we will try to go from there. But with that, the pieces being all broken, you can see that this went together to form the cerebellum, sorry, can't even speak today. And that was that piece. So I'm gonna put this over here. And then if we put the brain together, even though it came apart in the bag, we will see that this would be the frontal lobe. This area in the back would be the parietal lobe, which is the touch, taste, and I believe the temperature regulation. And then the back here in this area would be the, here we go, let me see here. This area back here would be the occipital lobe. This is your, like I said, your cerebellum, your brain stem. And then I will go through and do it. Oh my gosh, falling apart here. Okay. So right here is the spinal cord that is responsible for protecting the inside of here, which is your central canal, and the nerves going to and from the brain. It also helps with transmitting motor commands and from the brain to the muscles. Also conveys sensory information from the body to the brain and coordinating reflexes. Now, since that one, it's all falling apart here. This is would be the central canal. So I'm just gonna take this piece here, and in here, this would be the central canal, and that is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. Helps transport the nutrients to the spinal cord and protect with cushioning of the brain being in the skull. And then the medulla oblongata would be also in this area right here. That is located at the base of the brain by the occipital lobe. So it's all crumbly, falling apart. The occipital lobe would be right here in this area. That is the conduit for nerves and their signals between the brain and the spinal cord here. It also regulates involuntary movements and activities, for instance your breathing, and your cardiovascular center for your heart rate. And then the pons would be located right in this area of the brain, and that is located between the midbrain's right here, and the pons would be located right here between midbrain and medulla. That relays the signals between the cerebellum and cerebrum. It also helps with I believe your sleep-wake cycle and sensory. Your midbrain would be right up in here. That does motor control, eye movement, and it contributes to the neurons that help with the sleep-wake cycle as well. And then the hypothalamus, which is located in this area right here. It regulates hormones and maintains homeostasis and regulates internal processes. And then, let's see here. This fold in the brain right here, it connects between the thalamus, and this just helps with cerebral spinal fluid, protecting those ventricles and those parts of the brain. I'm gonna sneeze. Chew. Give me 1 second. And then, since the hypothalamus is down here in this area, this is the thalamus. Thalamus is like the processing and distributing of sensory and motor areas. It also helps to the cerebral cortex. The cerebellum would be right here as well, with the fourth ventricle. Cerebellum is more of your coordination and balance, and like language and attention and vision. This is the, like I said, the third ventricle right here in this part. That would be the corpus, here we go, corpus callosum. It's the bridge between the left and the right side of the brain, allowing for communication. And then the olfactory bulb would be down in this area, which that helps with, if I remember correctly, the process of smell. The optic nerve would be more in this area right here, and that helps with transmission from visual, from like the retina to the brain. And then the hypophysis, I believe, it's the pituitary gland, regulates the various bodily functions by producing and releasing the hormones. And then, if I remember correctly, we'll use the broken part pieces. Crumbly. Okay. Oh, here we go. So this would be like the sulcus of the brain right here, these little grooves. Those are like areas for increased surface area to put into like functional regions. And then these little grooves right here are called the gyruses. There's different areas to which there'd be certain ones to help contribute to different processes. And then I believe that would be it for my brain dissection. It's kind of all crumpled, and when I tried to cut the rest of the pieces, it went all over the place. But that is that.